Okay, for this section 3, I'm going to break it down into 4 distinct parts. So part 1 is to take in these scores um, via the command line and basically write a little method here on how we would do that to solve that to get all the scores into array. So we know that all the arguments for this, because it says it's going to be from the command line, are going to be taken from the command line here. So if we have a little our method here, what we want to do is read in all the things. So we know the number of arguments is going to be equal to the number of is going to be equal to the number of arguments passed in. Therefore, we want to create an array that is the same size as the number of arguments. So we want to create an integer array, for example, of scores. I believe that's what we want to do. Yes, we're going to create an array of integers. And so it's a blank there, equals new int. And then the size of it is going to be the same as the one passed in via the args. So that's going through part 1. And then we need to put all the scores into there. So we want to loop through all the arguments in that argument list. So we'll create another array or a for loop, and we'll essentially use the length of the arguments passed in. So for I equals to 0, only thing missing here is int I. So it's going to go from 0 to I, and basically we want to take every argument and parse that to an integer and then store that into each score. Oh. That was supposed to be int. My bad. Okay, so here what we want to do is we want to loop through each argument, and put that into I. If you recall, there's a method called integer.parseInt, which takes in a string and then converts that into an integer. So we want to take our scores array, and for each location in our scores array, we want to take the corresponding argument, variable, and convert that from a string to an integer. So take that, and the string's going to be here, I, and that will essentially take every argument from our args that we pass in, and then it will run that through. And again, to run that through here, this is not going to really do anything. So we would need to edit our configuration and pass in program arguments here that would do different things. So example 100, 99. If we did that, those arguments are now going to be used in our program when we run it. Of course, we're not printing out anything, therefore we don't have to really worry about that. But essentially, that's all that part 1 is that short little thing. And actually, instead of just doing part 1, I'm going to go ahead and do the other parts. So part 2 is average grade. So we take in that integer that we created and create a thing that returns us our average grade from the integer of array. So essentially we have a method down here that would be public static double called average grade, and in there takes an integer array, and based upon this it says grades. So we'll use that as a variable name. And basically we want to compute our average grade. So one thing we should probably protect again to make sure the grades is not equal to 0. So if the grade's length is not equal to 0, we should be good. Else if it is equal to 0, we can assume the average grade is 0, so return 0 in this case. So for the average grade, we want to take the total divided by the length. So essentially what we'll want to do is loop through our grade array and basically add up the total and then divide that. So I'm going to create a variable called int total, and then for each grade in the grades array, what we're going to do is basically take that and we'll set this total equal to 0. But what we'll do is we'll take the grade that we get and basically add that into the total. And then what we'll do is we'll return the total divided by and grades.length. So this will return the average grade. Basically what it does is goes through the whole integer array, or the array of integer of grades, and takes every individual grades, adds that into the total, and then what we do is we take the total divided by the number of grades that we have and return that. So that is our average grade function. The next one is the standard deviation method. It's going to be a little bit more complicated, hopefully not too much though. So what we do need here is that we need to take our average, our mean, which is the average, and basically take each number, subtract it by the average, and then square it. So we'll create a new method down here called standard deviation. And I believe it was, yeah, same thing. Static double standard deviation, and we take in an array of grades. So here what we'll do is we'll just call our average method so that we can get our average. So what we can do here is get our average by using the method average grade, and we can pass in our grades method or the variable grades and basically get the average out. And then what we want to do is we'll do this time a for loop for int I equals 0, I is less than the grades dot length I plus plus, and then here what we're going to do is we're going to take the average, subtract that out, and then square it. So what we'll do here is int subtotal is equal to the current grade at I subtracted by the average, And then the subtotal will basically equal times multiplication equals itself, and assign that back to our subtotal. And basically on the information below here, we need to take every subtotal, add those together. In here, what I'm going to do is create a total variable and assign that to equal to 0. And then what we're going to do is take every subtotal and add that into our total. And again, it's complaining here about this being a double, so this should probably be a double. And total, therefore, should also be a double here. Okay. And once we have that, basically, we can actually, it should work here, but we should make sure our grades, we don't divide by 0. So grades length is not equal to 0. So we're going to take our total divided by and pass that into our square root method. So we should remember that the math class is available, so we take in our square root. And what we're going to do is simply take our total divided by our double grades.length, and that will give us our answer. So we can just return this. Otherwise, we should probably return something else, like 0 here. Okay, so that's our standard deviation method. Okay, so here is the median method. Basically, I'm not going to do the sort method, as that should be in the book. So what we want to do is find the median, and so basically write bubble sort. So we can sort our array. There's actually a built-in Java one, so I'll just use that. So that will sort our array. We should write our own bubble sort, though, as the problem stated. Again, that's in the book, so you can look it up there. And then for this one, we need to determine if it's even or odd. Usually the easiest way is using the modulo symbol. So if grades.length mod 2 is equal to 0. That means we know it's even. Oops. So if that is equal to 0, what we're going to do is our even one, which we have to find the middle and the here and here. So if we take 6 divided by 2, that will give us 3, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is this element. And if we take that 3 minus 1, we should get the element next to it. So if we're even, we need to get big half, which is grades length divided by 2, and grades length divided by 2 minus 1 is the other one. Therefore, we could return. What we need is we need the grades position of grades.length divided by 2 plus grades grades.length divided by 2 and then minus 1 inside of here. So we do that first, minus 1 of the inner bracket, and then take that whole thing and divide it by 2. So that will take care of the even class. Else we can assume that it's odd down here. And all we need to do is take the length divided by 2, and that will be our middle location. So we just return the grades.length divided by 2. And that is essentially our median. Alright, I believe that concludes Section 3 of the midterm.